Goff Show as we enter the stretch run of Tiffin University football. I'm Russ Snyder alongside head coach Gary Goff, Tiffin University football head coach. Coach, how are we doing today, sir?
Doing great.
Well, it's 3 games left, 3 very difficult games left, and very important stretch run here for the Dragons, these final 3.
Yeah, and that's welcome to the GLIAC, right?
Exactly.
No, these next 3 weeks, we played 3 very good opponents. It'll be a great challenge for us. We're up for that challenge and looking forward to this weekend. The kids have been excited all week, and so has the coaching staff. So it's a long trip, and we're playing a great opponent in Michigan Tech, who's 22nd in the country right now. So be a good test for us.
And they're coming off of 2 straight losses against 2 very good teams.
2 other ranked teams.
And Harris State, so it's not too bad of a mark on your record when you lose to those 2 schools. Let's take a quick look back at last week's game. Went up to Hillsdale, real nice facility up there. Had a great time as a broadcaster up there. But Dragons fall on that one, 38-24. And second, the running back came in for the Hillsdale. Boy, he was like, catching lightning in a bottle. That kid was just fantastic on Saturday.
Yeah, they had a great plan for us. They basically kept us off the field offensively, and they sustained their drives. They put together some really long drives on their offense. So, good game plan. It's probably the same game plan we're going to see for the next 3 weeks. So, we got to be able to stop the run and get them off the field, and then offensively we got to be able to move the chains, get 1 first down at a time, and then every drive we need to end that with a score. So
absolutely. Well, the Dragons in Hillsdale played the first quarter to a scoreless draw, 0-0. They get into quarter number 2, and Antonio Pipkin found Tony Shed for the first score of the game from 3 yards out after a 90-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. The Dragons took a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, we knew what coverage we were going to get down there, and we liked the matchup with Tony on their corner. And, Pipkin made a great throw in the back of the end zone, and Tony went up and got it, came down for our first score. And at that point, it was starting to rain a little bit harder with every snap, it seemed like. So I was happy to see us pull that ball down.
Yeah, we were looking at the forecast on the way into town, and it said like 5 o'clock. It was like a 90%. I think it started raining like 4:58. Like the forecast, I've never seen it so precise before.
They were actually right for
once. They were right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, as Hillsdale comes down and ties at 7-7, and the Dragons get back on the scoreboard in the second quarter as Tony Pipkin finds Pedro Correa from 29 yards out after a 7-play, 66-yard touchdown drive.
Yeah, another great throw and catch. Pedro really went and got that ball, dove for the nice catch in the end zone right there. And again, we kind of figured they might double team or double cover Charles a little bit on the single receiver side right there. And Pickin made a nice read, looking the safety off and throwing a strike down the middle of the field.
Well, Dragons going to halftime with a 14-7 lead, feeling pretty good. Get out in the third quarter. Dragons fall behind and then get a field goal from Tomislav Derezik, a 25-yarder after a 9-play, 67-yard drive.
Yeah, we had a missed assignment right there that really showed up and hurt us. And that point right there was kind of the turning point of the game is that turnover. And, you don't want to have any turnovers. You can't really say one turnover is just absolutely horrible. However, that one turnover really changed the momentum of the game right there. And we were never really able to get back into rhythm for the rest of the night. It seemed like we were just off offensively, and defensively we just couldn't get them off the field right there. So we really we gave them hope and energy right there, and they did a great job of capitalizing on that.
Well, we go into the fourth quarter, and the Dragons crack the scoreboard again. Antonio Pipkin this time finds Charles Howland, a third different receiver, to get a touchdown pass for the Dragons at Hillsdale. A 37-yard pass, a 7-play, 74-yard drive, and the Dragons at this point got it down into a 1-score situation, and that gives you a chance to win as you play in the fourth.
Yeah, we weren't playing our best football, that's for sure, but I was very proud of the guys. They did not give up or give in, and so we drove the field right there. Charles made a great catch in the end zone on fourth down. And he's been doing that all year long, and he's definitely a weapon that we got to make sure we use many times in a game. But, so it put us within a 1 score right there. And, again, they did a great job coming out and really putting together a long drive right there. It capped off a long run and score for them.
Well, the Dragons end up falling at Hillsdale, 38-24, and that sets us up for this week as the Dragons will be going on the road to Michigan Tech, our second longest trip, I guess, of the year. I guess pretty much the same thing as that trip to Alabama, a nice long one. But Dragons going up to Michigan Tech, and a team that, as we say, has lost 2 games in a row against 2 very good opponents, but maybe one of the best defenses you'll see all season.
I think so. I mean, it'll definitely be the best defense we've seen up to this point, and that's saying a lot because I really thought Ferris had a phenomenal defense. But Michigan Tech stopped Vanderline on the, I think it was 1st and goal, and they stopped him 4 straight plays right there. And, they're big, they're strong, they're athletic, they're very well coached. They've got some grown men over, that's for sure. So from the offensive side of the ball, we got to be, fundamentally sound. You know, we can't give them any easy turnovers or anything like that. We got to protect the football. We got to sustain drives, you know, and that's got to be one first down at a time. And then, like I said, we got to end each drive with getting points on the board. If we do those things, we'll have a shot. You know, because I think, you know, we're a good football team too. We're very explosive on offense, and I think we can give them some fits too by spreading them out. So we'll see. I mean, we've played them close for the last 2 years for about 3 quarters, and it's always that last quarter right there. They make a big play, and we haven't. So I'm hoping our guys have had some great experience from those games the last several years, and we've matured enough to, you know, stay in this fight for 4 full quarters and see what happens.
Well, we mentioned their defense. Seems like their linebacking core very active. Paul Kuopala and Ben Tauken are their 2 leading tacklers on their team. Is that what you've seen on film? Linebackers very active?
Great players. You know, they're slow to read as far as you're not going to get, you know, play action on them. They sit there and want to make sure that you've handed the ball off, and when they see that, they trigger down, they fly downhill hard. So they're aggressive, and like I said, they're very well coached. Michigan Tech always has a great defense, always. And then offensively, you know, they've got a new quarterback this year, but he was an all-conference receiver a year ago, and he's a really good football player too. And so far this season, he's done a great job of managing the game, not hurting them, and you know, they've been able to put points on the board. So, you know, with a solid offense, in my opinion, a great defense, you know, they've, you know, been winning a lot of football games. And, you know, they've lost a close game to Fair State. Fair State returned a punt for a touchdown, and they threw a long pass for a touchdown, and that was really the difference in the game. Wow. Outside of that, it was neck and neck. And then, you know, Grand Valley got after them a little bit there in the first half, and Michigan Tech climbed back into the game in the second half and made it a close game. So, you know, when you lose to 2 ranked opponents and you're still ranked, you know, it means you're a really good program, and they are. And I got a lot of respect for them and the head coach up there, and it's going to be a great challenge for us in our program.
Well, the quarterback you mentioned, Brandon Cowie, I believe is his name, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Leader, they've played 3 different quarterbacks this year, but he's the one that's got the majority of the playing time. He's also the 3rd leading ball carrier on his team, so they have to do everything, a lot of the things through him. They have 2 other ball carriers, John Williams and Kevin Miller, both about the same amount of carries, both about the same amount of yards, but when you put those 2 running backs and their quarterback together, they're getting over 150 yards a game out of those 3.
Right. Well, you know, they got their favorite pass play. I think everybody in the conference has the same favorite pass play, but and they got their few runs with him. But, you know, the offensive line's big and strong, and, you know, the quarterback is a physical runner. He likes to get downhill and get positive yardage. So, you know, they're dynamic enough on offense where they can't hurt you. You know, you just can't pin your ears back and blitz them. They got some solid receivers, and this kid he's got a good arm. You know, he can throw the ball downfield. So, you know, everybody's got to play assignment football. You know, and you know, we might not have done that, you know, very well last week, but we have done that very well all season up to this point. So, you know, we got to get back to playing Tiffin football and play with a lot of excitement and energy and fly around and have fun and enjoy it.
Well, you talked about, you know, the season up to this point. Let's kind of just take a brief look back at the seasons up to this point. You know, where we are now and your expectations and how the team's feeling so far. Just give us a heads up on how the team is with 3 games left to go.
Well, I think the team's excited. You know, I talked to him about, you know, finishing the mission, you know, all week. You know, it'd be a shame for us to put all this hard work into to, you know, this getting to where we are, even though we feel like, you know, we maybe let 1 or 2 slip away. But still, you know, we've got a great season going right now. We're sitting here 5-3, and there's not many times in the past that we've been able to sit here and say that. So, you know, we're excited about where we're at, but we're not content with it, and, you know, we're not happy. We just got to finish the mission. And I told them, we got 3 weeks left. Let's play our best football these next 3 weeks, and that's what it's going to take because we've played 3 great opponents, you know, not just 3 good teams. You know, we're playing 3 teams that have won the conference and won the conference just recently and have been in the playoffs, you know, several rounds deep recently. You know, so it's going to take that. But, you know, main thing, we can't forget about going out and having fun and enjoying the sport and enjoying the game, you know, because this point of the season, everybody's banged up everywhere. The grind is wearing on everybody right now. You know, the coaches, the families, the staff, the players. We get that, but you know that's part of the game. You know, so let's enjoy the process. Let's understand that we're still on a mission right here with 3 weeks left, and let's just give it our best effort and best shot in the next 3 weeks, and then we'll see where we fall.
You know, Ashland's sitting there undefeated, top of the GLIAC South. It's going to be very almost impossible to catch them. But the Dragons win out. You control your own destiny to finish number 2 in the GLIAC South right now, and that's huge. It
is huge, you know. But you know, I don't want to look at the bigger picture yet. You know, let's just handle one practice at a time, one game.
I'm allowed
you are.
So
you
we're
are.
the yin and the yang here.
But you know, we just we control our own destiny. That's for sure. But you know, it's about how well we can practice today, how well we can practice tomorrow, and how well we can play on Saturday. And I think a lot of that has to do with our energy level, our excitement, and playing for one another.
Yeah, as we said, this Saturday, Dragons on the road to take on the Huskies of Michigan Tech. You can hear the game at tudragonradio.com as well as Coast Country 100.9 WMJK out of Sandusky. Coach, anything else before we let you go? I know you got another practice to get in today. Going to get on the bus later tonight and head on up there. So I know you got a busy day today. We won't keep you any longer. But anything else you want to add before we let you go?
No, just we're excited about this game. We're not excited about the trip, but we'll get over that.
It is what it is. If we could control that, we would.
You know, and we traveled well. We traveled well a week ago when we went to Alabama. It's a very similar trip, you know. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But looking forward to this weekend, and looking forward to getting back to town after putting up a good show. Dragons and Huskies this Saturday, as we said, with Coast Country 100.9 and at tudragonradio.com. For Coach Gary Goff, I'm Russ Snyder, and this has been the Gary Goff Show on the Tiffin University Dragon Network.